Hey guys, Gizmo here. I apologize, but it appears I'm having some camera difficulties, so I'm having to use the webcam of my laptop, which is the approximate condition of essentially recording on a potato. So, uh, good news is I can do another video real quick. I want to show you guys my pickups this week. Bad news is you're going to have to stare at my ugly mug for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe I can actually squeeze it into one video, though, this time, given that it's on my laptop, not on my camera that has limited storage. Anyway, let's jump to it. So, a couple of pickups from a buddy of mine, Billy, just a couple of what if books. I know I mentioned before I really like the what ifs. This is What If No One Was Watching the Watcher. Just a pretty humorous book. What if Venom possessed the Punisher? A couple of other things also from Billy. Um, X-23 number 2, the sketch variant, the limited edition, etc. Just a really cool book. I really love Tan's art on this run. This one is also from Billy's Harley Quinn number 25. Don't believe it's a variant. Not a variant. Just something that I picked up because my brother-in-law said he wanted to grab it for his fiance. So JSA. I'm gonna grab anything that has Power Girl on it, especially any kind of variant. It's because of the boob window. One more. Again, with the boob window. Sorry. Superman, Lois and Clark, number 8. That is the first appearance of the new Superboy, I believe. I don't know. Fuck it. Billy hooked me up with a great deal on all of these books. I saw it and I was like, let's throw that in too. And yeah, he really took care of me. So all of those so far have been from Billy, including the Uncanny X-Men number 130, first appearance of Dazzler. Pretty awesome condition on this one. And continuing with that, Incredible Hulk number 449. That is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. And topping it off, Justice League number 40, the first appearance of Grail, Darkseid's daughter. Now, I know in my last video, which was a 3-parter, so if you missed 1 or 2 or all 3 parts of that video, I'm not going to blame you. I understand. But I picked up the number 40 Magic Mike movie cover variant to that as well for $1. If you get the chance, pick it up. A couple of random things that I picked up for my personal collection I will always show off, and again, if you watched my first video, you'll know that I'm a kind of obsessive. So, 7 Soldiers featuring Zatanna, number 1. Number 2. Number 3, where Zatanna pulls off the miracle that every woman wishes that they could, and she makes her ass disappear. Can't make that shit up. And number 4, that is the entire 7 Soldiers run. and I got that from random eBay member for I want to say like $11, $10 shipped. It's a good deal either way. Um, Now, if you're a collector, I know I haven't touched base on this yet. If you're a collector and you enjoy the community, you want to talk about comics, read about comics, see the newest updates about comics, Facebook is a huge, huge resource to you. There is tons of comic collecting Facebook groups. Um, a lot of them you can once again talk about, read about, hear about news and updates and stuff like that, movies, future plans for comics. Uh, my favorite aspect of it is the buying, selling, and trading of them. And I got well. I have to give a shout out to my man Brent Dubs. That's wrong, Brent Bonds. Uh, for this one, I won this in auction from him. Been wanting it for a while. This is the Adam Hughes cover, Catwoman, number 51. Gorgeous cover. Gorgeous. Iconic as well, though. As a matter of fact, if you ask any Adam Hughes fan what some of his most iconic covers is, Catwoman 51 is going to be one of the first ones that they mention. It's going to be up there with the Harley Quinn number 1 New 52 variant. I believe it was 1 in 25, but at the time, Harley Quinn was not nearly as popular as she is now, which means that her rebirth is well, number 1 is going to essentially be worthless because everyone's going to overorder to get those retailer incentives if there are retailer incentives. I actually don't think there are for rebirth. Might be just basic ones. So, with that being said, look for the bulletproof. That's the Gabriel Delado variant, if I recall correctly. Um, do not. It's a shame too. Don't try to get the Aspen Comics variant because they tripled their print run in a last-minute money grab. It's really sad to see that kind of thing happen, but it does happen. I want to say Comics Exposure did the same kind of thing when they released the Renew Your Vows number 3 variant. I want to say they did a take on the classic Mary Jane Venom variant, and once it sold out, and speculation here, more than likely record time, because this one had a lot of buzz going about it. Uh, it wasn't but the next day, 2 days, 3 days right after that that they announced that they were going to do a negative variant, and then right after that they were going to do a blood red variant that was only exclusive at or only available at conventions. Um, Either way, when these companies see that they can make a lot of money based off something, they really try to cash in, and it doesn't matter what type of cover it is. When they increase the print run, it essentially becomes shit. I really don't know how to phrase it better than that. You increase the print run, whether it's color or sketch, it loses collectability. It loses the aftermarket value, which I mean is fine for the collectors, collectors. As far as resale goes, it's shit. Uh, but it happens, man. That's the way of the world, man. The mighty dollar, it rules. But going back to Turner and Aspen variants, this is one that I finally got in, and I'm not really happy as far as how long it took for me to get it in, but the Amazing Spider-Man number 15 Aspen variant. That's Michael Turner. I don't know. That's the whole Mary Jane Iron Spider thing. More than likely just a gimmick. But shit, I've been wrong before. I think like once. Just some other random pickups. My wife has decided that after Grimm, I think I mentioned this in the last video, after Grimm, she wants to collect Catwoman. And what better ones to go ahead and knock off the list than some Catwoman done by Adam Hughes, as you saw in 51. But also, because of my own obsession, Zatanna. So, here we have Catwoman number 50. As well as Catwoman number 58. Another Zatanna cover. And then just a couple of $1 pickups for the wife. Just Catwoman Lego variant. And the Catwoman 39 Harley Quinn variant. Alright, now, as far as my bulk pickup source goes, we go ahead and kind of express my way through this, with the exception of this first book that I'm going to show you, and maybe kind of touch on just a little bit. I don't know everything about it, but I can kind of maybe give you the gist of it, which I think is really cool, man. Like, I dig the concept. But this is Hero Comics. This is the 2014 edition. This is a Campbell cover. Not easily found in the wild. Had to kind of look up information about IDW's Hero Comics. Yeah, what I'm guessing is that maybe there's some artists out there that aren't getting paid very well for their time is in doing art for these bigger labels. And Hero Comics is done to kind of subsidize that. It's done as basically donation artwork. You sell these books, and the majority of the proceeds, maybe even all of the proceeds, as far as subtracting cost goes, goes towards these artists. I want to say that I read recently that there was a specific artist. I apologize, I don't remember which one, but he had cancer, and Hero Comics, through their sales, because they do it annually now, I believe since 2011, which, by the way, 2011, that was the Adam Hughes year. He did that cover. For the most part, though, J. Scott Campbell has done all of the other years, with the exception of, I want to say, 2013, maybe. It was Sam Keith, who was also a brilliant artist. Did a lot of really amazing things on Marvel Comics Presents. But from the gist that I get of it, they're doing really amazing things, and they're helping out the guys who may not be the top of their game. They're not the J. Scott Campbells, the Neil Adams, the Adam Hughes, the Gabriel Del Ottos, but they use those proceeds to help these guys out where they need it, which I think is fantastic. All right, so that was the one that I wanted to touch up on. The rest I will try to make as fast as possible. This is Impulse number 17. I got that for my Zatanna collection. That's JLA number 118, as you see. This is where Zatanna casts the Forget spell, which I can't honestly say that I've read that one yet. I'm still working on completing my Zatanna collection, that I will read as much as I can of her. But I know that she messes with Catwoman and Batman's memories, and both come back to bite her in the ass eventually. Pretty sure that's when she messes with Batman's memory. I think that when she messes with Catwoman's is one of the Adam Hughes covers that I just showed you earlier. So moving on, this is the one shot Minimum Carnage Alpha. One of my personal favorite comics covers in all of comics is Minimum Carnage Omega. Just gorgeous. I've got Moon Knight #1, 2 copies. Miss Marvel #20. This is the zombie variant, and with my love for all things zombies, of course, I really, really dig this cover. Pretty sure I had a copy of this in the last video also, but I pick it up every single time that I can find it. That's the New Avengers #35. That's a Venom Wolverine cover. All right. Okay, so my next one, I could seriously make a 2-hour long video as to why I love this book, and who knows, maybe later I will. But um, Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men. Now, this is 2 first appearances here, and I will pick this book up every single time that I find it, especially if it's, less than $5. And if you find it less than $5, then you've officially found it at the right price. Anything more than $2 really is the wrong price. This is the first appearance of Obnoxio, which is awesome, but who really steals the show is a character called Ice Cream. EYE-SCREAM. Ice Cream. As in, you scream and the rest. We all scream for ice cream. Ice Cream's special ability is that he can change into any flavor of ice cream imaginable. And in my opinion, Deadpool is amazing. He's an amazing character. He's one of my favorites. Um, but if he has a career in comics, or even fuck that, if Squirrel Girl can get her own comic, why is Ice Cream not a regular character? Moving on. Supergirl, #53. This book was hot a few months ago because there was discussion about Bizarro Supergirl being introduced in the TV show. Um, she wasn't, but that doesn't mean that she isn't going to be, so I'll go ahead and grab a copy for $1. Not only that, but really, have you seen Bizarro Supergirl? Because I've got some more of her coming up, and really badass artwork. But in the meantime, Zatanna Special #1. X-23 #14. X-23 #15. X-23 #16. 17. It's #18, and it's actually featuring Spider-Man. Now we jump around number 11. with Vampire Jubilee. Ten also with Vampire Jubilee. Number 7. This is Uncanny X-Men number 460. I just really dig that cover. You got X-23 and Psylocke in the same place at the same time. Um, Grab it if you can. Excuse me. Now, this one is one of the more obscure first appearances. This is Uncanny X-Men number 222. I'm honest to God embarrassed that I cannot remember the name of the character, but she possesses a very significant talent. By the very touch of her, she makes someone orgasm. Real quick, let's look at the cover one more time. Yeah, that's kind of a guilty, I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I'm really, really enjoying this kind of face. But I love obscure first appearances, so I will take that. Moving on, we've got yet another copy of the first appearance of Bizarro Supergirl. That was 53, by the way. Here is 55. Because, again, like I said, she looked completely badass. Just the artwork in this series is gorgeous. The Supergirl 2000, I want to say, what, 8, 9? 2009 series. It's way up there as far as quality goes. Batgirl is the exact same way. As a matter of fact, Batgirl number 14, I think, is probably one of my favorite covers. That's a Batgirl, Supergirl. Is it Supergirl? Is it? I think it's Batgirl, Supergirl team up versus Dracula, and it's just an incredible cover. Here's 56, some more Bizarro Supergirl action. It's 58. Just a beautiful cover. Detective Comics, number 833. This one goes to my Zatanna collection. Matter of fact, actually, the rest of what I have to show you is going towards my Zatanna collection. This one right here is a special book, in my opinion. So, this is the exact same cover of, I want to say it's Brave and the Bold, number 169, which is Batman featuring Zatanna. But instead of being a Batman story, Batman book, etc., this one is an Australian book. This is done by, see if I can get it right. Shit. There it is. Murray Comics. Instead of having Batman as being the main title, this is just Zatanna. This was also a 99 pence. What the hell do you crazy upside down fuck spend? We'll just call it cents. Also a 96-page book. So, as opposed to Brave and the Bold, which was a standard size book, 30 pages or so, 96 pages. This is 4 books in one. And it's just probably completely worthless, but I found it on eBay, and the guy was really reasonably priced, so I went ahead and just pulled the trigger on it because I like Zatanna. I don't know why I said if I recall correctly, because turn around and right here it is. Brave and the Bold, 169, Batman, and Zatanna. The exact same cover. Just not 96 pages, and this is done by DC and not Murray Comics. And my last pickup of this week, what was it? Yep. My last pickup this week is going to be Black Canary and Zatanna. Now, I really don't do trade paperbacks. I don't do hardcovers. I would much rather get the individual stories because I'm a collector and there's something in my brain that says that I have to. But occasionally, stories come by that's only available in one way. This is one of those. Black Canary and Zatanna. Bloodspell. Only available in trade paperback form. So, I got it. I want to say I'm only 2 books away from 3 books away from completing Zatanna. That's Justice League number 161. That's when she officially becomes a member of Justice League. She's voted in. There's Adam number 19. That's the second appearance of Zatanna. And then there's Zatanna's Search, which is another trade paperback that I need to pick up somewhere. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was this week's pickups. All right. Next week I can do another one if I get enough in, slash if you guys actually enjoy the video enough to watch it, maybe like it, subscribe. Except I don't know how to hyperlink things, so I don't know. Just subscribe. That'll make me feel better. Uh, that's probably going to be it for this one. I appreciate you guys taking a look. Get what you like. Enjoy your collection. Read. Like. Subscribe. Comment. I don't know what I'm pointing at. Anyway, good night, guys.